All right, we live. So I'm just all right, let's go. We live today. I told you I was gonna get on this. Sorry, I got on a little late. Man, life, all kind of things are happening with life. All right, I'm here. I'm here to answer any questions that y'all have for me. I'm gonna stay on here and let people pop on. So anybody on, just pop on. Let me know. What's up, people? What's up? How y'all doing? Clear Media. Glad to see you. It's Eric. What's up, Eric? Yeah, I know you wonder what's going on. Hey, yeah, just give me a call. We'll talk about it on offline, man. About this website thing. So, uh, shoot me a message offline. Just give me a call. You got my number, and then we'll talk offline about this website. But anyway, everything else is good. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to catch up on these text messages and emails that I've received throughout the day. It was really when I uh, out there trying to get my daughter a car. So when I come home, she be all up in my car. So I don't even have my car. And then my other car's in the shop getting a bunch of performance work done to it. So I need to get her a car. So we was out trying to get a car today. But you know how that's a journey. All right, I'm on here. I'm on here. Anybody got any questions? Anything y'all want to talk about credit? Uh, you know, I'm on here for y'all to answer any of y'all questions. So you gotta excuse me. I'm trying to catch up on emails. What's up, Katia? Katia. Uh, yeah, I'm here. What's going on, man? How y'all doing? How everybody doing? so, all right, what we got? What we got? Max says, "Good evening, Larry. How are you, man? I'm doing good, man. Just this weekend has been kind of a crazy weekend. Uh, man, just trying to catch up on some stuff, and then trying to get my daughter a car, and been riding around all over Houston, man. Ugh, Lord have mercy, man. So, so it's been it's been a crazy day, man. But uh but hey, it's all about, until I all y'all that like Navy Federal, I've had a Navy Federal card, like a $15,000 Navy Federal card, and I've been kind of laying back and wonder I want to get some more Navy Federal. So I went ahead and applied for another Navy Federal card, a platinum card, and then they gave me another card, a $23,000 credit card. I have three credit cards with Navy Federal right now. So, any of y'all that's got relatives or friends that were in the military that could help you get in the Navy Federal, man, that's what you want to do. Still, I never got served. The marshal keeps coming to my girls, harassing her, but they can't find me. So to serve me, what should I do? I mean, you could call and you can go pick up your summons. But I definitely would try to handle that situation, man. To be honest with you, but the sheriff's department. You can call the sheriff's department and go pick it up. You don't have to wait for them to serve you. If you just want to get it out the way and kind of handle that situation, So that's what I would do. Uh, uh, and, I mean, they're gonna keep trying until they get you. You know what I mean? So Max says, I have a question. I have a couple of collections that show on Identity IQ, but when I pull them from the actual bureau, there are no collection. Then that's the ones you need to go by, because the actual bureaus, if you go into the actual bureaus, because every third party pulls from them. So that's what I've been starting to have a problem with, with pulling some of these people credit reports, is that sometimes with these third parties, they're not uh they're not downloading the information correctly. So if you go on, and you can even, you can call the major bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and then you can go request your copy of your credit report. If it's not on there, I wouldn't worry about what Identity IQ say, because they must be pulling some bad information. So I wouldn't, if you go to the big three and you pull in their actual credit report, then that's actually what's reporting. Or if you go to another thing y'all could do, go to my annual credit repair. You can pull your credit report on that annual credit report because of COVID once every month. So you can go pull that for free. And it's a more detailed credit report. It'll go back 7 years. They'll go back on 7 years of payment, all that. So you can always go on that annualcreditrepair.com and pull your credit report, right? Uh, uh, yeah, Max, if you went to the other bureaus and it's not on file, then I don't know what Identity IQ. And you can call Identity IQ and say, hey, I'm having an issue with y'all download, because I know y'all pull information from the big threes, but I went to their actual credit report, and this information is not reporting on their credit report. So how are y'all pulling information uh, that is not even reported on their credit report? That's how I would go. That's what I would do, right? Because I'm starting to learn some of these third parties, they report different things. They're not all on the same line, so you can't you can't sometimes you just got to go with the big three, and then and trust that that information is accurate and correct. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you take them, if when I was talking about method of verification on my last video, if you take them to court, I promise you, Equifax, TransUnion, and they're gonna ask you, did you pull that report from our website, or did you pull that report from a third party? Ask a consumer lawyer, because I've asked a consumer lawyer who goes and fights debt collectors, and he said, "Yep, they're gonna ask you, where did you get that? Where did you pull that information from?" So we can go to all these third parties just to kind of, but you really that first pull you pull should be with the big, from the major credit report or from the annual credit report, right? Because I'm starting honestly not to trust some of these third parties as much as I used to, because it's like they're not downloading information correctly. So that's what I would do. Uh, Say I'm answering text messages, and people be texting me and stuff like that. So so what else we got? What else we got, people? I talked about method of verifications in my last video. Hopefully, I broke that down so y'all could get a good understanding. I did an annual credit report yesterday, and the collection only showed up on Experian, so I will get that off really soon. Okay. Navy Federal internal score max is 450. Uh, this family member had a 289 and got proof for 7K. Yeah, they take a lot of things for Navy Federal. Like they take, how do you handle your checking accounts? Do you have overdrafts on your checking account? Do you have credit cards? Have you took installment loans? Have you? They look at all the, how many services that you have and how you've used those services. So matter of fact, I took out to help my daughter get a car. I just took out like a $12,000 loan a day. Like, just called them and said, hey, I want to get my daughter a car. uh so I didn't want to do a auto loan, because you got to get the name, and then if it didn't work out, it's just too much. So I just said, just give me uh a personal loan, so I just have the flexibility and stuff like that. So just so I can buy her a cash car, so she can start, getting around, and then I have my car. Because typically when I get home to Dallas, when I get home to Houston from Dallas, she jump in my car and she's out, and I don't even see it till Sunday. So I was trying to get her something. So because of some things, I have a Q50 too. I have a Q50 Red Sport uh, that I want to start doing some stuff to, customizing it. And then I have a Mercedes C63. I don't know if you have I have my car, I have my Instagram for my car, and it's getting customized with a whole rebuilt, customized engine. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's probably gonna be about 950 to 1,000 wheel horsepower when they're done with it. So I love fast cars. So, uh, but Navy Federal, yeah, it's definitely, if you can get in Navy Federal, you definitely can I think to me, there are a lot of great credit unions, but Navy Federal is one of the biggest ones, and I think they just take care of their people. Every now and then they'll make you mad and get on your nerve, but that's about out. Yeah, it's, oh man, it's, if you go on my Instagram, I have an Instagram page. It's called all C63S Smoke. Have an Instagram page. They have that car on there. You can follow the build of the car. But yeah, it's a coupe, 2017. Uh, man, it's been wrapped, rims. It's, yeah, and then I'm getting doing a whole custom built engine, new pistons, rods, uh, uh, upgraded turbos, intake. Yeah, it's all kind of crazy stuff on E85. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So so I'll be taking it out to, I think the first big event I'll probably take it to is out in Dallas. If some of y'all are car people, they have like Mod to Fame and and Mod to Fame and what's his name? Demonology. They're holding an event in Dallas called Gap Fest too. So want to take it and introduce it out there. So hey, y'all hit the thumbs up. Give a brother some love. Hit the thumbs up for me. Just say, just want to tell you thank you. Uh, I got some stuff I got to take care of for a client when I get off of here. I was trying to get it to him earlier, get more of a man. I swear life sometimes just, man, it just gets in the way sometimes. You plan on doing something one day and then all kind of other stuff happens. So hopefully, did y'all see the video on that restrictive endorsement letter and how to, if you're having issues getting it taken off your credit report, especially if it's not a big collection account, how you can get it off your credit report, settle it and get it off, use that restrictive endorsement strategy. It's a great strategy. Uh, the method of verification, check out that video. Uh, I got to do some method of verification letters for some of my clients. Uh, yeah, that's right. Just hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, hit the like. Uh, but that's another video, man. That method of verification, I broke it down exactly how you should do it. Because you really put the credit bureaus on notice, right? Because they only have 15 days to respond, right? And you definitely want to use that strategy to contend. Uh, you definitely want to use that strategy because now you did that dispute. Right? And then they come back and say verify. Now you come back with that method of verification. They got 15 days to, and then also, I put in that 609 where you're requesting the information they have on file on you because by Fair Credit Reporting Act, they have to send anything they have on file to you. And you can throw in that section 610 to say, I've given you my personal identification that is required for you to send me my information from using the section 609. So if you break that down, put the items that they said that was verified, redisputed, they got 15 days. And if they don't respond, like I said, send a follow-up. If they don't respond with the information, you really have a suit against the credit bureaus right then for violating the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So if they don't put uh, in dispute, there go another violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. A lot of people sue people just for that, sue the credit bureaus just for that, not all the creditors just for not putting that on there. So we just got to hold them accountable, right? Uh, Building credit. That's the next thing, man. Is just really building. All of y'all should be focused on. Sometimes we focus too much on the negative and we don't focus enough on building our credit, putting positive information on our credit. You have to do that. You can overshadow a lot of negative stuff if you steady putting positive information on your credit report, stuff maybe you just can't get off. It's reporting accurate. Sometimes everybody want to get every negative item off that's reporting accurate. They want even the accurate stuff off, but it's very difficult. Uh, so you definitely have to don't be so consumed with all the negative, and then you're not putting enough positive stuff on your credit report. I'm telling you, man, I went through a bankruptcy, and man, I from the point I was putting positive stuff on there. I mean, I got tons of credit cards. I mean, literally, I probably have. I just added two more. Uh, I probably, I probably have about. I may have close to 20 credit cards, but my utilization is under 10%. And if you take that, it's probably about, it's probably about a good amount. I'm probably at six figures on my credit card. So, 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 yeah, please work on just building your credit, man. I know sometimes people say, well, my credit is, you have to find elements to get something positive reporting while you're working on getting 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 your credit where it needs to be. So, but what else, man? What else we got, man? What else? I know it's not a lot of people on tonight. I know I got on a little later. So any other questions about anything? This is y'all time to ask me questions. uh you know there's y'all time to answer questions. But uh make sure on that method of verification, uh, file a consumer financial protection complaint. Definitely have to do that. File a complaint with the attorney general. You have to do that. And to be honest with you, man, we got to start looking for elected officials that want to address this credit issue, or the lack of uh, the credit bureaus really properly investigating, because it's just automated, man. And I did some research on these credit bureaus, man. They all over the world, collecting money everywhere, automated. They can't do. It's just it's ridiculous how they could affect people's lives, uh, and hold them down, and then want to sell all our information and make money. It's just crazy. All right, Max said, Alexa told me that they didn't have a file on me. How do they not have a file on you? That's crazy. I've never heard that before. They don't have a file on you. I mean, you've been having credit, so I don't wonder how they not have a file on you. That's odd. But I would call again. Could it be, maybe your name, maybe they spelled your name wrong or something. Uh, they didn't have. Did you provide them a social security number? And you know, uh, that's just really odd. They say they don't have a file on you. I've never heard that before. So another thing, sometimes I want to talk to people about is, in this journey, man, don't I say I'm 40 and I've been having some credit since I was 18. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that one. And maybe you just talk to somebody, I don't know what the hell they talking about. Because lately, I've been calling in the customer service people, and some of them don't even know what they be talking about. I have to hang up and call somebody else. So maybe you got somebody that didn't know what they was doing and just kind of played it off like they they knew what they was doing, but that don't sound right. There's no way you cannot have you've had because Nexus you had to have auto insurance, so auto insurance is on there. So a lot of auto insurance companies use LexisNexis. So that's kind of odd, man. I think it's something wrong with that. I think you may need to call back and speak to somebody else. Right. The only had, but let's see. I have a client emailing me. All right. Anybody got anything else? Uh, Come on, come on, come on. Equifax. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with everybody. Hi, what's going on? What's going on, people? Let's up. What's up with the credit? What's up? Anybody had any issues going on? Anybody disputing anything right now? Got some responses back. Uh, Anything they want to talk about? Have you ever? So you never use consumer law? No, I don't really get into consumer law because you can't sue the credit bureaus under consumer law, but they don't tell you that, right? So you only can sue the credit bureaus and the creditors under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. That's why they made it. So all those people that talk about consumer law, well, they have to sue under consumer law, and I'm still trying to figure out. Uh, I'm still trying to figure out how do they. Uh, I don't. I just haven't seen any court cases, and they don't ever provide court cases on this stuff that say this went to court and we sued somebody under this provision of consumer law. So I'm I'm that's why I'm having a hard time, you know, doing that because they can't go to court and sue somebody for credit reporting issues under consumer law. That's just what they can't do. But remember, some people on YouTube just want to get views, so it's a new twist to working things, and it sounds good, right? But uh, I haven't seen. And if you notice, there have been some people that brought lawyers on, and they don't want to make them seem bad, but they try to shy away from certain things. Like I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that, right? So you know, I'm just telling you, it sounds good, but if you can't show me court cases that have been presented that and somebody's won those cases, then man, I'm not gonna jump on that bandwagon until they show me. And it's some good. I have the book. It's a big book. It's some good information in there, right? And I'm not saying, but man, some of the people that talk about they talk about it in such a way where it's just complicated, right? It's not really broken down step by step. So when you're doing that, that's why I try to break things down step by step. Two-way John said, I'm nervous to draft a dispute. You shouldn't be nervous. It's be honest with you, the dispute just uh really you just gonna you got the credit bureau's address, your address, you have the date, and then on the subject line, just under section 611, 1681I, it is your responsibility as a credit bureau to investigate the disputed items I have below, section 623, 1681 2B, it's the responsibility of the original creditor to furnish accurate information to the credit bureau. That's it. And then you just say dispute one. So say if the balance is wrong, you just say, I am disputing the integrity of the balance. This balance is inaccurate. Please investigate this inaccurate balance, right? If it's something you want to get deleted, then you just say, hey, say if it's a collection account, I'm disputing the date of last payment, uh, the integrity of this account, and I'm disputing the date of last payment. A collection account cannot report a date of last payment since they're not the original creditor. This account is reporting inaccurate. Please investigate and delete this inaccurate account. Uh, if the payment history is off, I'm disputing the integrity of the 2-year payment history. January, February, or March of 2020 are reporting inaccurate 30-day late payments. I was not late. Please investigate this inaccurate 30-day late payments that are reported in the 2-year history, right? And please update it to current, uh, or delete the account, if you want to delete it, or if you just want those uh, late payments. So you just got to be specific on what you want. Don't add a whole bunch of extra stuff in there. Don't give no drawn out paragraph on why they should be investigating. They already know that. They're going to do it if they want to do it. If they don't want to do it, they not do it. You just make sure that you just be specific on what you're disputing, what you see was inaccurate, and you can always send a copy of your credit report in, right? Now we're getting to the point. I wasn't really big on sending stuff certified mail, but since a lot of time the credit bureaus act like they don't even want to respond, so now you got to basically send stuff certified mail to say, hey, you received it on the 11th, and it's the 13th. It's beyond the 30 days, and my I have not received the results from my dispute letter. So now you just gotta follow the plan, man, and be persistent. With the credit bureaus, it's just over and over, be persistent. It may take you 2 or 3 times, but if you just be persistent with it, eventually you'll get it right. You'll get a live. And then sometimes switch it up. Just write a written dispute, you know, just write the dispute out and then mail it in. Make it legible so they can read it, print it, and then send it to them instead of typing it. Just change it up on them, and continue to keep that, because you may get a live person to actually do it. And then the next thing is send the original creditor a dispute, right? Send in your credit report to them saying, hey, this stuff is reported inaccurate under section 623. It's your responsibility to make sure accurate information is reported. And then just let them know, I am disputing these inaccuracies with the credit bureaus, right? And so, yeah, but the thing about collection agencies, man, they're not required. This is the jacked up stuff, right? They're not required to send you that stuff. They just required to tell you the address of the whoever the debt is coming from, the amount of the debt, right? They don't have to give you copies or signed copies. It's nothing. Now they can do it, but it's not a requirement for them to do it, or it's some kind of violation, right? So, uh, they're gonna send you a bill, right? Depending on how much that bill is. If it's This is me. If I get a collection account and I owe somebody $2,000, $3,000, I'm gonna go to court. They're gonna have to prove to me that they have a legal right uh, to collect that money. And you got to mind, some of these collection accounts have been moved from collection company to collection company. There's something called chain of custody. When that chain of custody is broken, it'll be so easy for you to prove, so easy for you to prove uh, that they can't prove the legitimacy and the accuracy of that account because when it was purchased from say Capital One and say Midland Funding bought it, but then Midland Funding sold it to LVNV, and then so listen, if you sue LVNV, they're gonna have to show that when that account was transferred from Capital One to Midland Funding and from Midland Funding to LVN, if it was another collection company involved, they got to show each the chain of custody from when it moved from Capital One to Midland, from Midland to LVN, and then from LVN to Calvary, right? So all that has to be online because when there's a break in the paperwork from each one of people they don't have, then the chain of custody has been broken on that collection account. So it's so easy. Well, how do you know this correct? Because from Midland Funding to LVN Funding, you don't even have anything showing that it was transferred over there. So how do we know that that count is accurate? Yeah, good. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Liz Gonzalez said she used that restrictive endorsement and it really worked well for her. So, uh, so yeah, that restrictive is powerful, man. I tell people like, if you just getting tired of doing all the disputing, you don't want to take them to court. It ain't enough to take them to court. Man, just settle it, get it off your account, use that restrictive endorsement strategy, and keep it rolling. Right, just keep it moving. Right, some people fight too long on some of these collection accounts like a $300 collection account, they'll been fighting 4 and 5 months. They could have been had it off their credit report and be moving forward, And it's a $500, and then you don't even have to send them that much. You could just send them 250 on a restrictive endorsement. Let it break it down to 50%. Hey, you can send them 200 and see if they bite, see if they cash that check, and if they did, you got them. Why waste your time trying to battle over and over and wait 30 days for the credit bureau just to tell you it's been verified, especially for small collection. Now, if it's something big, totally different story, but some of the smaller collections, no, but big collections, excuse me, big collections, nah, I'm probably gonna take them to court, you know. So what if that's a charge off for five? Well, charge off for one, you're not gonna get a 1099-C because it's not over $600. The original creditor is not going to remove it because unless you can find some inaccuracies, they're not going to remove it uh, because they're in control of that account. They know when you open it up. They got every transaction. They know everything. Now, if you settled that account and then it's reported inaccurate, you probably got a better chance. But listen, people get so caught up. Listen, a paid charge off is going to help your score out. So there's people out here telling you it's not going to help you out. Paying that charge off is not going to help you. And that's why people are not paying them and making bad decisions. First of all, a charge off is going to report as a past due. Now you got a delinquent account reporting. You got account that's saying you're 120 days delinquent, and you got a balance on it, which affects your debt to income ratio. So, and your credit score, if you notice, sometimes it'll tell you like you have too much debt, your debt's too high. And it's not just talking about your revolving, it's just talking about your overall amount of debt that is reporting on your credit report, which affects your score. So, paying a charge off reduces that debt to income ratio. It removes that account being a delinquent account, right? Your balance is gone. Now if you want to try to work on getting it removed because of some inaccuracies, you got a better chance. But so many people, I'm not gonna pay if I can't get it off, and some of that stuff, man, is I mean, under Metro 2 says it. You can't remove accurate information, and some creditors are not gonna remove it. But that don't mean your score is not gonna improve if you pay it off, man. There's just people out there that don't understand FICO and just give out bad information, right? And maybe they give it because they want y'all to come in and purchase their services or something. But uh, pay the charge off and then work on trying to get it removed. You got a better chance when it's paid because the creditor really doesn't have any motivation to keep it reporting. So if you get it off, you'll be out. You have way better chance. Right. But if it's under $600, you're not even gonna get a 1099-C. So, but remember, y'all, your credit report, that stuff is only gonna stay on there for so long. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you building, I'm telling you, that's the older that stuff gets, the less impactful it is on your score. It's not gonna stop you from buying a house. It ain't gonna stop you from buying a car. Yeah, you may pay a little higher interest rate, but if you just start working on the positive side of your credit, uh, maybe you pay 12, you don't pay 18, but you pay 12. But you can reduce that 12 if you making another payment to eliminate the principal because the loan is based on their principal amount every month. So if you can get that lowered, you're actually lower your interest rate. So uh so yeah, I mean, there's you can listen. Is I don't think that you're gonna get a charge off removed. I listen, and this is keeping it real with y'all. I haven't seen a charge off get deleted when there was an amount owed. You got to think about it. These people are going to challenge you to sue them. They just ain't going to take it off. Now, the credit bureau may mess up and take it off, and then like people say, well, it popped back on my credit report. What I would tell you is this: if you're disputing it and nothing has changed, then pay it and then go back and just try to attack it and dispute it. First of all, for a $500 charge off, you probably can get it settled for probably $300, right? And then go after the inaccuracy to try to get it off because they can't come after you, they can't sue you. There's no motivation in it. So maybe you could those inaccuracies that you can get off, but if you leave that 500, it's gonna keep your score down. You got a delinquent account, it's gonna keep it down. So if I was you, I wouldn't waste my time with that. Okay. What if you don't owe account? It's no balance. You mean the charge off is no? What are you saying? You saying what if you don't owe amount, it's no balance? I'm not sure what you're asking me. You're saying that the charge off has no balance and you're trying to dispute it off. I'm not sure what you're asking me. Yeah, type that in there again because I'm not sure what you're asking me. Then try to dispute it off. Just try to dispute it off. But again, you're gonna have to really you really need to go to the original creditor and see how is that charge off reporting. Don't uh uh so just what I would do is pull that report from whatever original credit, look how it's actually reported. Don't do it from Identity IQ, My FICO, Credit Karma, Credit Sesame. Now go to the credit bureaus that it's reported on and pull it and see how it's reporting. Is it actually reporting inaccurate? Right? Because again, I'm telling you, some of these third parties they're not downloading information accurately. And then you're disputing stuff and then you go look at the original creditor and then it's you go pull the report from TransUnion, and you like, but that's not what it's saying on this third party. But TransUnion says something different. So look, that's the first thing you need to do. You need to go and see. But the charge offs, they're hard to get removed. But if it has a zero balance, I'm telling you, it's not hurting you as much as you think it. And the older it get, the less impactful. It may not even be hurting your score. It's other factors that could be hurting your score. So some people people get so caught up in that credit score, and there's other factors. And they tell you people that it's not just your credit score we go by. We're going by other factors. Your credit score is just one factor. So, don't get so caught up on that credit score. Look at your credit profile and be honest with yourself about it. I'm honest with myself when I've been working on my credit ever since, I filed bankruptcy in 2011. And from 2011, man, I have been working on my credit. And that's why I probably got about 27 credit cards. I don't have any negative information. I think I have one late payment back in, I don't know, 2018, something like that. It's still reported on there. Just blatantly just forgot about it. Like, you have so many cards, I forgot about it. But I look at my credit report and be like, how is my credit report? Would I loan myself money based on this? I can look at my credit report now and be like, oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I look at my credit. I don't have a lot of utilization. Matter of fact, I only had 20 20%, and then I just added a $23,000 cost. So it's probably gonna go down to like 5%. Right. So, I look at my whole thing. Do I have a mortgage? Yeah, I got a mortgage on my credit report. I have car loans on my I have a car loan. I have two car loans on my credit report. One has been paid off. One is with that Mercedes I still have. Uh, my credit cards are all on time. Most of them, the majority of them, I mean, 95% of them don't have a balance on them. Right, I just look at my credit report and I'm confident I can go somewhere and get credit. That's why you have to look at your credit report. Be honest with yourself. If you be honest with yourself, I promise you, you'll make better decisions, right? But I got people that, there's some people that are going to fight to the end trying to get stuff off, right? So, you know, the credit bureaus are jacked up, but sometimes we have to take ownership in our own actions. Things that we did that, and sometimes it's just out of our control. I mean, I was laid off back in 2008, had a big old house, brand new car, credit cards. There wasn't nothing I could do. But luckily, because I was retired military. I was getting school money from the government. I was getting unemployment money. So I still was making a decent living. I wasn't making as much as I was when I was working, but man, I was still making, a decent amount of money, but uh, just had a whole lot of other stuff going on. Dang, 825. Dang. Man, that's what I'm talking about. 825. Yep. That's a good ass credit score. You ain't got to worry about that when you walk into a place. Another thing I'm don't talk about how many of y'all, if y'all got kids, how many of y'all are working on your kids' credit? How many of y'all have authorized users and helping your kids develop credit? How many are doing that? How many people are taking that money? You got an 820, like you got an 825, you got credit cards, you should be, especially if you got teenagers. Oh, they 5 and 7. Yeah, they too young. Now you don't want to be giving them credit yet. But when they get about 15, 16 years old, you should be working on their stuff, developing their stuff. They're gonna be graduating. getting ready to go off to college, you can get them, get them a credit card, show them how to use their credit card, show them how a credit score work. Try to show, develop them, man. Financial literacy is where a lot of us, when we were young, never received. I know my parents did teach me any of that. So I didn't learn any of that. So we definitely need to. The next thing, and I'm gonna start doing these videos. I haven't been doing it. That's why the original name of my channel was Invest and Build Your Credit and Wealth, because I was also doing investments. Yeah, I'll say 15, 16. Yeah, just start building. You putting them on your cards as authorized users. You don't have to give them a card. Don't give them no card. You just start putting that stuff on there. Don't be getting no cable in their name and getting all that crazy stuff and then put something bad, but like their credit cards and stuff like that. Same thing I did with my daughter. I started putting her on the authorized users. So she had a 700 credit score. Yep. So I know she went in to get some furniture when she moved out. She was like 20 years old. They was like, how you 20 with a 700 credit score? I think she had like a 740 credit score. It's because I've been putting her on my cards and helping her get her own credit cards and stuff like that. So you definitely need to make sure. But the next thing is investment. Listen, for all y'all people who ain't investing, y'all need to be investing. The stock market is down. This is when people who not investing, it is a prime opportunity for you to get in. Like, I don't know, y'all know, but on June the 3rd, matter of fact, I need to buy me another share. June the 3rd, Amazon is going to do a 20-to-1 split, meaning if you have one share of Amazon, it's going to split 20 times. I've already bought a share and I'm going to go back and buy another share. So in this split, I'm going to have 40 shares. Amazon ain't going nowhere. If you look at their earnings per share, their debt versus their income, they don't carry a whole lot of debt. They just continually grabbing the market. They're talking about getting in the pharmaceutical side with medicines. Man, no, Amazon ain't do no split last year. This is the last time Amazon did a split was in 1999. The last time they did a split, right? So, so, uh, man, let me tell you, when I first started investing, this is real life. When I first started investing, I went from $100 to 26,000 in 10 months. So my thing is now, and this is like change your mindset. I try to teach this with some of my employees. We have a bad mindset. We'll pay our mortgage before we pay ourselves. We'll pay our car note before we pay ourselves. Listen, when I get paid, the first person I pay is me. I'm the most important person, and I invest in myself. So I don't care if it's $100, $200, $300. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna move it out of my account, and I'm gonna move it into my investment portfolio. And when I have buying opportunities, I go buy. I have some stock that I'm over 100%. I bought for like $3 and something, and that same stock is like $8 and something now. So I'm well over like 130 some percent. Like, you can't be afraid to invest your money and learn how to invest your money. All these companies are not doing well. They're not bad companies because of inflation, the war over there, the war in, over in Croatia and Russia and all that. Man, the stocks are prime opportunities for people who not investing to get in. Uh, Companies like AMD, Apple, I mean, all these companies are not doing that well right now, right? The dollar is strong, right? That's why crypto is going down in the dumps. So because the dollar is strong. So I would tell you, open up your brokerage account. I have a Fidelity account. Open up your brokerage account. Start putting money in your brokerage account. Start looking for these good companies. You could just pull up the S&P 500. Just start some of the good companies. That the stock market, if you look at the history, I don't care, the Great Depression, the stock market is gonna turn around. It's the history of it. It's plenty times it's been down, and people have made a lot of money when it's turned around. But if you don't get in when it's down, you know how many people made money when COVID hit? And I was probably one of those people. COVID hit, how much money that was made. So so I'm just telling you, yeah, use, man, I have, listen, I have Fidelity and my company. I buy stocks with the company I work with. I buy stocks, my own individual stocks. Uh there's a lot of good companies out there. And I need to start doing some videos on investing. I need to kind of linger on into that area, right? To kind of give y'all some good insight. But open up you an account, a brokerage account. If you already got Fidelity, super easy because you already have it. Open up your brokerage account and then start investing, man. That's the biggest thing. Most people make a mistake. And teach your kids how to invest. Y'all got young kids, y'all should have a whole life policy on your kids. Even if it's just a simple $50,000 whole life policy. Man, open up a whole life policy, right? It's a, say what's up, Cheryl. So open up a whole life policy, man. Just, we gotta be looking at how we invest in our kids, how we invest in ourselves, man. But when I made that 26,000 in 10 months, I was like, man, if I would have just did this 10 years ago, if I would have did this 10 years ago, man, I wouldn't even be working. Probably have me a big old business that I'm working on now, trying to get into a franchise, and I would not be working if I knew this 10 years ago. And for a lot of people, man, that don't put that investment in their portfolio and in their their in their life as a part of your life. Like when you get paid, the first person you should be invested in is yourself before you pay anybody. I don't care what nobody tell you. But yeah, we got to pay our bills. I'm not saying not pay your bills, but we blow money all the time. 20, 30, 50, 80, buying stuff. Man, invest your money. Invest in some good companies. You part owner. That's where you can own a company without actually owning a company. So uh some people do dividend investing where they got like dividends. They've been buying companies that pay out dividends and they got like $5,000 coming in every quarter for dividends. Yep. Just, man, continue to invest. See, when people talk about infinite banking, they talk about whole life policies because you can put, say, you take out $100,000 whole life policy on a young child, right? You got a child 5 years old, you want to take out and it's costing you $100 a month, but you're gonna put $200 in there every month. Like you could literally go in and pull that money out. Say you've been doing that for 5 years, you can actually go in there and pull that money out, not even pay taxes on it. So that's why people talk about create your own bank. That's why they talk about this infinite banking. You hear about it a lot. Like we definitely need to be stronger in our investment side because I'm telling you, I mean, I was blown away. That's why I went out and bought that Mercedes. I was like, man, I'm about to go splurge. Shit, I just pulled out 11,000, put a down payment on the Mercedes, and kept on rolling. Kept back on investing. But it opened up my eyes to the power of investing and then having the money to go out and just do something. So if you're not investing, man, you're shortchanging yourself. Open up your brokerage account. Open up your brokerage account. I don't care if it's $20, $30, $50, that 20, 30, 50 is gonna add up. And if you buying good stock, that 30 can turn into $30 per share, could be turning into $50 per share. So that is something that we need to really be focused on. Sometimes we all focus on all this credit, man, but man, focus on investing too. Equally invest. I do both. When my wife get paid, I invest. When I get paid, I invest. So every time we get paid, I invest. We pay our tithes, and I invest. So that's just what we have to do, man, and to grow your wealth. And then, I'm looking at trying to buy some property. I'm out here on the coast. I'm looking at some Airbnb. I've been looking for some property. Matter of fact, we found this in Galveston. They have the San Luis Resort Hotel. I was like, man, they got all these condos. They was asking like $70,000 for these condos. But come to find out, it was an old man, 95 years old, had about 7 of these condos. And the realtor I was dealing with talked to him and said, "Man, I'm giving all these to my grandkids." That's how wealth is transferred. Just that. Because those condos down there in Galveston in the summer, easily you could charge $300 to $400 a night, and they would stay full all freaking summer. Add that up, and the summers here are long in Texas. So me, I'm like, man, if I could get a piece of property down there, man, Airbnb it, man, you talking about some money coming in. So I'm just telling you, uh, we focus on this credit stuff, man, but because I want y'all to get y'all credit right because there's so many other opportunities out there. So many opportunities. Like me, I'm working with a company or working with somebody to help buy into a franchise. There are franchises that you can buy into, low cost franchises. So, Terry said, get it properly. Yeah, yes, sure do pay for it. I'm telling you, when I seen them condos down in that hotel, and they were just like 450 square feet, and they wanted like $70,000 for them and up. One place wanted like 400,000. I was like, oh hell no. But man, I'm telling you, the investments uh and the streamlines, the all the all the lines of income that you could have coming in. So anyway, invest. I'm gonna start doing some videos on that. I guess I'll start off with some how to and some beginning investment classes. I think that's what I'll probably do. I still got some more Metro 2 classes to do too. So, but anyway, I'm gonna have to get off of here. I'm sorry for late. I'm supposed to be working on somebody's stuff too, so I need to get him his stuff tonight. So I'm gonna have to cut this short. I'll be back next week, and email me if you got any questions. And uh, and then if anybody need that, master dispute package, let me know. But anyway, hey, I appreciate y'all, man, rocking with me and hanging out with me, and I'll try to stay on there. And any questions y'all have, y'all know how to get a hold of me. Just shoot me an email. I'm here for you. I know sometimes, I start getting a lot of emails, but if I don't get back to you, don't be afraid to shoot me. Uh, don't be afraid to shoot me. Say, hey, did you get my last email? Or hey, Larry, just following up with you with the email I sent you, and then I'll definitely get to you. Because the why it's been so difficult for me is because, and I know some of y'all know this, is that I work in Dallas, but I live like in the Houston area. So I commute like in the morning. I got to drive to Dallas, and I work this week. I just work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. When I get off Thursday, I drive back to Houston area, and then I'm off 4 days, and then go. So it like my office is here in Houston, so in the Houston area. So trying to get videos out, do stuff, take care of people. And then because I work a 4-3 schedule down there, I work 12s. So really on Tuesday, like tomorrow, I got to be out the house at 4. I don't get off till 6. And then I try to go to, well, sometimes I try to go to the gym, but someday I'll be just so tired. and then trying to work on stuff after I get off work sometimes is difficult. So I try to do it on the weekends, and then on the weekends, I'm trying to spend some time with the fam. I don't want to be stuck in the office the whole weekend. So just trying to work through all of that. But I am looking for a job in this area. Once I do that, man, it's just gonna free up a lot more of my space to do a lot more uh, with the channel and a lot more stuff with credit and getting y'all way more videos. So I appreciate y'all. And hey, y'all continue to rock with me. I'm gonna continue to bring y'all good information. So hey, stay blessed, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right, I'm out.